A local father is working to turn his immeasurable grief into a way to help others.
He lost his twin sons a year and a half apart and wants to make sure other parents who lose a child have all the help they need. Joanne, what a heartbreaking but inspiring mission here.
And so it is. Well, we all wonder, what is the human breaking point? You bury one child, and then a year later, you bury another. Well, it's been more than 4 years of grief, and a Bucks County man is trying to turn all that grief and his loss into something positive.
Like yesterday morning when I woke up, I was frustrated. You know, like, how am I going to get through the day? And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to go see my boys.
And this is where Jules Warner comes to see his boys, Greenwood Cemetery.
Dylan died from SIDS. It's called sudden infant death, and he died in the crib. And Brandon was actually murdered by my baby's mom's boyfriend.
On December 18, 2018, in Falls Township, little Brandon Warner died of injuries in a horrific child abuse case. His twin brother had died the year before. His grieving parents had separated after that. Brandon had been left in the care of this man, Sean Felmy, who pleaded guilty in connection with Brandon's death.
It still hurts every day. Every day it hurts.
Every day, Jules is consumed with the memories of his identical twin boys.
So I come out here twice a week, and I just sit here and I talk to the boys.
Grief all the time, but especially during the holidays. Joy is elusive for Jules. It comes from elaborate decorations at the twins' gravesite.
I'm always changing the seasons.
Grief has a way of sneaking up on us and coming out in other ways unless, we name it to tame it. Unless we give it space and acknowledge it, it will actually grow.
At first, Jules found some solace in grief counseling and now wants to help other parents dealing with the death of a child. He wants to raise money and create a legacy to remember his boys.
For people who are instrumental grievers, I'm somebody who needs to do something versus intuitive, I need to talk about it. Instrumental grievers, it can be so healing to set up a foundation or a scholarship.
I feel sorry for parents. I mean, they buried one kid. I know it's hard, but when I lost my second one, it just tore my heart apart.
Jules is thankful for nonprofit support groups like Hands Holding Hearts here in Bucks County across the river, and encourages people to donate. He also wants to try to help grieving parents with burial expenses when he can. Tonight we're live in Hamilton Township at the cemetery where Jules' boys are buried. Back to you guys in the studio.
So eye-opening, Joanne, and just so sad. But, when I'm listening to the grief counselor talk about the difference between an instrumental and an intuitive grievers, I think that adds some perspective for all of us who are dealing with grief during this holiday season. I know I am. To know where you fit into that category, whether you want to do something or talk to someone, sure. But the action part is really important.
Just talking about this right now, getting the story out there, letting people know that the help is needed. And Joanne, it's a tough one. It really is. And I'm just glad you were able to tell us.
Yeah, and Hands Holding Hearts, that is a support group,
yes.
A grief support group in Bucks County. There are many of them throughout the area. And if you can, they are nonprofits and they could use a donation at this time of year.
Yeah. Okay, Joanne, thank you very much. A tractor